Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 38 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, the Tales of Aldwyn. In the last...
Wizard, or do you merely hide behind them?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
They will use you, cast you off when
A dozen Adiran ships
Never
were
speak
shattered
another
against
word.
these levies during the
Maybe
War
they
of
just
the
don't
Defiance.
answer to fiery
Best to
whore.
heed the astrologers, I find, where tides are concerned.
place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
Well then, Durance is a horror, and Alof isn't apparently. Good to know. Now we're looking for Ollie. This isn't Ollie, but we've already spoken to him. This young lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, sweat beading on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach, and he takes a few steps forward.
Gods keep you.
If you've a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. He looks around nervously. I could use your help. What's the problem? Oh, thank you, thank you. I didn't say yeah yet, bitch. Alright, just saying. He casts his gaze skyward, briefly. It's a captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest, his sea chest. He keeps all his valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things while we're staying in port a couple of days, and... coughs. I may have got a little distracted. Marceno nods towards the building nearby. I wasn't gone long, just now at the salty mast. When I got back, the chest was gone. He says, a pleading look onto you. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be far too far off. But the shift's changed, and I'm on the watch. I can't sneak off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears of it. I'll get strung on the yardram. Please, if you could go get it back for me, I swear by the flame I'll make it worth your while. You could have my pay. I will be spending if Captain Fortuna finds out anyway. Any idea where the thieves might have taken the chest? Well, the chest itself's pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it getting carried around either. I think they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby, just outside. They can't have gone far. It's a pretty good lock on it too, so I'm hoping they haven't got it open. Unless they take an axe to it, I suppose. Oh gods. He takes a breath. If they've got it open, I really am done for. What makes you think I'm not from around here? Fire god like, we don't see many like you around here, is all. He shuffles awkwardly, even on the docks. So you're a sailor then? No shit, Aldwyn, no shit. Yes sir, signed on about half a year back. The pay is decent, the sight of the sun coming up over the sea. I wouldn't give that for anything, he sighs. I just wish I'd be asked around about the captain. I just wish I'd asked about the captain first. Fair enough. I mean, your captain doesn't... I mean, you've not really told me anything that'd make your captain seem like a massive wanker, but... other than he'd string you up for you failing to do your own fucking job, which I think sounds personally fair.
A touch of Margaren's fire should settle here.
We're not allowed in there without the proper key. Because we're not fucking proper, apparently. These docks are fucking awful. And this is meant to be like a big trading capital. I mean, fucking hell. Get your shit together. So that's Nia. I don't give a fuck about her right now. My exploring spirit, ladies and gentlemen, has gone because I'm a bit too busy trying to figure out shit.
A simple test.
Oh, you can open that about Ennis. Let's go. You know, we'll go in here. This is unopened. Oh, it didn't cost us anything to get in, so I may as well just rob it. Wait. Put it in there. There we go. Yep, that's all I needed. Let's leave. See where... So we're looking for Ollie. And also a chest. So we're doing 2 quests at the moment, which is... normally not what I said I wasn't going to do, but well, it's already fucking started now. And that's the soldiers and a guy called Katugo. It must be up here, I'm guessing then. Because it's, well, it could be over here. Ah, so many places they could have taken this chest, ladies and gentlemen. It could have even been where we've already been. That's what's the worst. Hey, there's some thugs. I feel like you've got something to talk to me about. You're just refusing. I don't take kindly on people who refuse to talk to me. Just fucking saying, mate. Like, if you refuse to talk to me, it's obviously because you're a shit human being. And one second, let's just do it. It's like, right. Brian Walker. You see a young man contort, screaming, strapped to a wooden table. Above him, a machine crackles, tiny strikes of lightning caressing his emancipated frame. A trio of mages chant around him, eyes white, hands lifted in the benediction of their agonized victim. It goes on for more time than you could say before the screams stop, replaced by horse. Horse? Yeah, horse. Stabbing sobs and silence. A silver-haired woman enters, kissing him on the forehead, motherly hands soothing, cajoling. He quiets, unable to speak for screaming, and waits for a death he'll never see. Oh, so these are just people we can talk. Okay. Vril? You see a dark, foreboding room, heavy with intense incense smoke. Two figures stand in the center of the room, performing some sort of ritual with slow, exact, deliberate motions. This man follows along with the actions of an older man, and it becomes obvious that the older man is teaching the younger one how to perform the ritual. He calls out steps, corrects imperfections, and berates the young man when he missteps. Watching the younger man's motions, you note he seems to be intentionally making mistakes, but what he hopes to accomplish with this you can't discern. As the ritual continues, the master becomes more irritated with the young man, who walks over, leans in, and begins chastising him eye to eye. This appears to be what the young man was waiting for, because the young man seems a bit like a knob. So what does he do? The young man takes advantage of his master's distraction, dropping the sensor he is holding. He locks eyes with the older man, completely focused on his target. A wisp of energy leaps from the younger eyes to the older, and the master stands up, eyes now milky white, rocking unsteadily on his feet. The young man never breaks his gaze on the older, slowly circling him, almost seemingly disappointed. He stops toe to toe and looks disdainfully into the blank eyes. "Is that it?" he whispers, staring his master down like a snake. "How did I ever think you had anything to offer me?" He blinks and twists his head to strike side, turning heel and striding from the room. Bright blue mist follows from the master's eyes and the mouth, wrapping sinuous tendrils around his body. It slides across his arms, working its way to his abdomen, down over his legs. The mist speeds up, moving faster as it circles the master's body, glowing brighter as it does. The speed increases until it's no longer like mist, but a shimmering cocoon surrounding the old man's body. A faint humming buzz emanates from the mist, growing louder and more forceful by the second. The young man stops in the doorway, looking back at the older man, only mild interest in his eyes. With a whoosh, the air around the master ignites, starting him on fire. A smell of his own burning flesh breaks him from his reverie, and a scream erupts from his lungs. The young man turns around again, unmoved, and walks away, leaving no one to hear his master's dying cries. I mean, fucking harsh, man. Jesus Christ. I like how deep you went into that, but fucking hell, that's just... All I've got for that is swearing. Because that was just that was vivid. Kind of funny, but also vivid. I mean, I guess I'm the problem if I'm willing to laugh at that, but I still think it was funny. If I'm honest. I was going to say, he's either drunk out of his head or... Nah, he's just drunk out of his head, let's be honest. Let's go in this room. So we're going to have to start checking the houses for this Ollie, and the chest. Ollie could be in the courtesan's place. Double doors, or there's going to be someone in... Well, this is definitely a torture room. There's a hammer and chisel. Well, that seems like a bit mean of a torture device, but... Who am I to judge? I mean, I have a keep. I'm allowed to torture people legally now. I mean, that's pretty much how that works, I'm pretty sure. I mean, as long as I catch them doing something wrong, obviously. It's definitely not them. I mean, I don't think we've spoken to them yet either. No, we definitely haven't. So we'll have to go. We'll go read these guys. Branwen Gwen. You see a young woman standing against the backdrop of a wide, grassy plain. Her face is all silver and shadow in the moonlight, and she looks down at the wooden raft at her feet. It's all silver and shadow in the moonlight, that's okay. An older woman lies on the raft, her arms crossed over her chest and her eyes closed in death. Her face is the same dark grey as the younger woman's, and her head bears the same curving protuberances. But this is where the resemblance ends. The younger woman takes a pendant from the older woman's neck and ties it around her own. The platinum medallion shows a crescent moon engulfed by a curling wave, the symbol of the goddess Ondra. The young woman pushes the raft from the grassy beach and into the tide. She stands in the surf and watches it disappear, a silvered tear rolling down her cheek. And we got our Suna Hayumul. You see four flickering torches, the only source of light, reflecting across four tense faces. Harsh words crackle the air between them as they argue about the course, some wanting to return, some wanting to continue. They make step by careful step through the dark cave, noses pinched and eyes alert. One, a ghostly elven woman, is thrown into the air and onto the ground with a sudden snap, the victim of an unseen trap. The group is surrounded now, skeletal hands reaching from beyond the grave at the intrusion of life in their midst. The group scrambles for their weapons, but too late. The skeletons are already upon them. The fallen elf cracks her eyes open. One of her companions falls, about to be impaled by an ancient spear. Adrenaline floods her system and she screams into action, moving faster than anyone just unconscious has a right to. Eyes white with fear, she conjures a wall of fire, incinerating the skeleton, providing a momentary reprieve for the party. Breathing hard, they share a glance at the passage as the passage is flooded with flickering orange, and they ready their weapons. This time, they are ready, and the skeletons last mere minutes before falling to the ground once more. What a smart bitch. I mean, fuck. Oh, she had it. She knew what she was doing, ladies and gentlemen. She knew what she was doing. It's just a shame that, they weren't prepared like, any smart person would have been. Colfeg. A youngish elf man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into someone's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. What now? He looks at you nervously. Well, I'm going to just rob you because you're being a prick. And apparently I've already robbed you. Well, bye. You had nothing interesting. So robbing you was beyond pointless. But I did it anyway because I'm a spiteful person. So, I did it anyway because you can suck my dick. Let's go in this house. Oh, we got an opium den. Well, these guys definitely need whatever I could nick from them. Oh, apparently nicking from a random elf, fine. Nicking from addicts, that's too far. Okay. Who would have guessed? I'm gonna laugh if Ollie's over here. There's a crier. So Ollie, I haven't actually found him yet. Nor have I found that chest I've been looking for. I mean, I haven't looked over here yet, and there's... Ooh. Ignore it. Well, actually, we'll go check here first, because I feel like the chest could be here. Damn, I was wrong. We'll go check the courtesans in a minute for Ollie. Oh, apparently we can... Oh, we can walk down here? Oh, shit. I never noticed. Well then. A young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands are stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. As you reach for the soul, it lashes out. Glowing mist strikes at you around the air. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with a feeble, uncontrollable rage. It's okay. I'm here to help you. The soul flickers. It ripples towards you, timidly at first. As it swirls around you, you experience wonder, fear, and the joy of running between the ships at noon. With a jolt, it pulls you into the streets around the salty mast. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of a lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said it'd be only a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you tried to explain this. There's always a back door, in an alley. Two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away. They are inching closer. You step forward, the man barely acknowledges you, but the woman looks at you, a plea in her eyes. You've seen this look in abused strays. In your hollow-born sister, that time father took her from the splintering cradle and to the filled wash basin. You were brave that day. A knife in the thug's belt. It's in your hands. and now it's in his thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and a muddy boot sails towards your face. Then everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. The soul retreats from you. It pulses with a question. You did a brave thing. The gods will reward you in the next life. Darren's soul absorbs this thought and ebbs in the ocean's mist around the clock. I'm gonna take the dagger. The boy's small hands are rigid and deaf, but you pry the dagger free. It looks like it's too large and too expensive to belong to him. The letter B is carved into the pommel. I'm glad they don't let you see like a kid's body like that. That'd be a bit fucking grim. Even a bit grim for me, actually. You know. Well, fuck.
Let's go.
That's not very helpful.
Guys, get fucking healed, please. I don't know who's doing these annoying attacks, but fuck them up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Durant, suck less. For God's sake, man.
That's not very
Fine,
helpful.
suck as much as you were.
We got Sagani.
They have got Sagani, haven't they? Let's fill all these fuckers with regret.
Let's go.
I need to heal. Hopefully I can get that off. I did, good.
That's not very helpful.
This Animat is the biggest issue. That heal did not do much. Drink a potion, damn it. I refuse to die. There we go. So we lost 2 people, that's fine. I mean, they're going to get back up, but we lost them in the fight.
Sure.
That was a bad fight even for us. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think I'd have to skulk about the water. I kind of thought the water would be safe, but now I'm going to... Now, just out of principle, I'm skulking because I don't fucking trust this game. See? What the fuck are they? I'm not fighting them again. I don't know who they are, but right now they can fucking... They can have the W. I'm not worried about them having the W. They're just sailors, right? We'll try, like I said, the Courtesan's Palace, and we'll go deal with these knobheads later. Because there's a lot of places where we could walk. It seems, water-wise. So the map is far bigger than I had anticipated. I lost a lot of health in that one. Can't believe Justice isn't doing me any good. Well, Justice never does anyone any good, does it? If only I had the CSI Miami music on play.
Right.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing. Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
God damn it, Durant. You're just bringing down the entire
Good day,
mood.
stranger.
The American woman watches over you suspiciously. One hand is tented aside, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if wary, smile. I don't see many outfits like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? There's the one here named Cyril. She laughs. She must be new in town, dear. She's the most sought-after girl in the district. You want to spend time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pound. Or so they tell me. Fancy go with her? She nudges you at the ribs. Best money you can spend in the gift. Research! You'll find her in the quarters upstairs. She lays her hand on her shoulder. Don't mind the burly fellow at the door. They're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. I'm not a shit person for taking a prostitution. That's not how that works. This is research, ladies and gentlemen. Research that is extremely necessary. I won't have anyone tell me otherwise. Which fucking room is it?
Greetings.
Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rogue dust her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Cyril is beautiful. She favours you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. There's something I need to discuss with you. She runs a smooth finger along your neck and under your chin. Just tell me what you want, what you like. It's extra if you want to bring someone else in, though. Your friend Tristan sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. She raises her chin. I offered him half of the money, and he refused it. She crosses his arm and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he must have told you about his broken clan. Did he always tell you that I got him where he is today? I'm really sorry for him. But I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Glanfeth. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving up just because Tristan suddenly got nostalgic. Let's forget about the medallion. I'd like to help me with something else. That's the spirit. Oh, god damn it, that's...
Welcome.
Yep, we're going to end it there, ladies and gentlemen, because we can't top that this part, and, yep, I'll see you guys next part. See you guys then.